Good morning, church. I just want to thank God for my life. I want to thank God for Pastor Gochi, because she was the one that actually called me for this.
And all these pastors inviting people, God bless you, because that's what we have to do. In the body of Christ, is like family. You have babies, you even have beginners, you have those that are in the middle, what do you call them, young people in the Lord. Then you have people who are matured and adults. It's our responsibility to go and help the ones who are beginning. You don't just leave them. You don't see somebody is smoking, he's struggling, you leave him. No. And some of those cases, you take them, if you have to get transport, pay their transport fee, take them to Encounter. And after that, take them to the discipleship school. At the end of the day, you will now be watching the person you were helping become very strong in the Lord. And sometimes they can even be stronger than you.
I came into Abuja. I was in a Sokoro church. So I was there for about 6 months because I was in the barracks, worshiping under Pimani's church. So when I left that place, I could remember one time, me and my friend were washing. So I just said, I don't feel like, being in church. Like, I feel if I'm in church, I can't do a lot of things I want to do. I can't get a lot of things I want. So I just made a statement. I was like, God, please just locate me with one of all these people that used to do, And somehow, I just ran into someone at National Assembly, one girl. She just said she liked me. And, we became close. We started staying together. I went far. I did. I've never shared this testimony, but the reason why I'm saying it was because before Pastor Gochi called me, my mom called me one of the weekends, and she said, that was last week, and she said that she saw me in a rotting ground. That she was crying, come out, what are you doing there? Come out of there, And I said, Mommy, leave me, I'm here. I think there's something I need to get from here. She was crying, trying to pull me out. So I didn't come out. She woke up. She called me around 3 a.m. that morning, and she was praying for me. But prayer before then, I used to follow Pastor Yoma from Port Harcourt because I used to attend church in Port Harcourt. So she used to do this free conference call. We used to pray. So each time we were praying, I would just log in, but I'm not praying. I'm not doing what they are doing. She would say, everybody speaking in tongue for where? I would just be there. I'll put my phone. In fact, I would even sleep off self. Because I wasn't flowing. Because I really went far. And I couldn't talk to her because I felt she was quite far away from me. But I just want to thank God. I just want to thank God for yesterday. I felt something leave me. To a point where I no more come to church. I can count how many times I went to church. I started following my friends. We used to go to all this afar and, people that see vision and all. And that's what I do. If we want to go for stuff, we just go there and say, Baba, I'll see you. We want to do this thing. And, they would...
Alpha is a form of Babalawo. I think that's what they are called in the north here. Babalawo, where you move south to Lagos and other, Okay, they provide charm for people who want to do runs.
It's called prayer. For prayers, you pay money and, you get prayed for. And then we, go back. Sometime I started feeling like I'm not supposed to be in her house. And that was when I was attending this. Because I was in Wuse Church after I left Asoko. I just go because at the point I started feeling I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not okay. But each time I go to church, come back, because I'm in a house, I will just keep joining her to do the things. At a point, I decided that I want to leave.
Oh, you were staying with a pastor, eh?
No, I was staying with my friend.
Okay, your friend. Okay.
So she was making
You were staying together in one place?
Yes. So she was making living there very horrible for me. If I tried to pray, it wasn't working. Even when during the COVID, they did camp meeting. I wasn't flowing. So it became so serious. I had to leave the house. And finally, I got my place. I started still my brothers. But still, I wasn't still going. I wasn't still praying. I wasn't still doing anything. Pastor Gochi, I don't even tell her things. But somehow, she would just call me, how you doing? Come to church. And sometimes I feel reluctant, but when I met the cross, I was asking God, I said, it's going to be hard. That was all I was saying there. I was like, it's going to be hard, I don't know. I even feel scared when I leave there, that yesterday, what I'm going to do. I don't know. Then as I made that prayer, something just touched my heart and he said to me, don't worry, I'll be with you. For the first time, I just heard that soft voice. And then I couldn't dream. Like my dreams were lost. Sometimes they tell me that if one of them told me that I had a spiritual husband, so I couldn't dream. I keep praying. I say, God, on Friday I prayed. I said, God, please just show me something. If this thing is really what they said it is, show me. And somehow I just saw myself somewhere I'm not supposed to be. But I prayed it out on the cross and I felt something leave me. I'm just grateful.
There are two lessons here. There is the testimony of her deliverance, but you also need to know how it started. She used to be a Christian, but she told herself, if I serve God, I won't be able to accomplish the kind of things I want to accomplish. So I'm going to say this to two different groups of people. One, and those that are watching at home. If you have children, they are in a place like Abuja, like Lagos, like Port Harcourt, or these big cities, please be praying for them. There are a lot of temptations. Because girls do runs, they get into all this political class, get into all sorts of things, just to make it fast. Then they start visiting, like you heard, Alpha or Babalawos, who give them, and then it makes the work faster when they meet men or whatever, so they can get something. You want to be successful fast. And you feel like if you serve God, it will slow you because you won't be able to do some of those things. But now, the problem with Satan is that when you follow him and put one leg, you think you will put it and bring it out. That's why it's called the deception of sin. It starts with a lure. They put something, you know how you catch rats now? You put rat poison. But you put something that the rat is looking for, what it likes. You use that one to trap it. That's what Satan does. If it is money, if it is fame, if it is political, whatever it is that he knows that you have appetite for, he will use that one. But it's a trap. And then you start with sleeping with one person. From there, you are doing married people. From there, you are completely in a ditch. In this case now, you started with a girl, a fellow girl, and from there. Following Christ is a narrow way, but it leads to life. You want to follow the devil, it's a broad way, but finally it leads to destruction. God bless you. I'm so glad for you. One thing about Jesus, even when people have become prodigal, like the prodigal son, God doesn't give up on people. But this time, it's over with the world, though. It's over.